we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, homeless man dead, 2 injured after attack on Ocherius football grounds. A 50-year-old man is dead and 2 other people are injured following an incident on the ground of the Ocherius football field in St. Ann on Friday. The deceased has been identified as Junior Hay, who is said to have been homeless. Reports from the Ocherius police are that about 3:20 a.m., Hay and a woman were asleep in a building on the grounds of the football field when they were attacked. It is alleged that the attacker hit Hay and the woman in the head with a sharp object. According to the lawmen, a man that was in another section of the building heard the commotion and went to assist when he was also hit. The police were summoned and the injured persons were assisted to the hospital where Hay died while being treated and the other 2 persons admitted. This is the second murder in the parish in 2 days. On Thursday, 31-year-old businessman Robert Williams was gunned down at his establishment. He was shot in the head by a gunman. 2 men killed execution style in St. Mary. 2 men were killed execution style at Dover, St. Mary on Thursday evening. They are 68-year-old Maurice Forster, otherwise called Morrow, of an not-to-be address, and 57-year-old Michael Harris, otherwise called Mikey, of Dover in the parish. It's reported that about 6 o'clock, a bartender just opened the establishment when she heard explosions coming from the front of the building. After the explosion stopped, she went to investigate. The body of Harris was found on the floor of the bar, while Forster was seen outside. Both had bullet wounds to the head. The police said from information received, the gunmen were traveling in a white Toyota Probox motor car. The vehicle was found abandoned with the 2 back doors open in the Itabroli housing scheme. A friend of Forster said the shooting has left the community shaken as he was not known to be involved in criminal activities. Murray is a calm person, not hard-working, but Murray is a man him not give no trouble. He find himself in the wrong place because the only thing Murray do on road is beg a spliff, beg a cigarette or beg a whistler. He's not a man in no violent, in no mix up with nobody. Anybody innocent of Murray the Rasta, he lamented. The other man he used to work at town. I'm here that man over there for him. So him left town and come back home. He must collect money at the market. Some don't know if him them come for, and Murray get caught up in it. The residents said there have been other shootings in the community in the last few days. Recording artist charged with murder in St. Ann. A recording artist has been charged with murder following the stabbing death of a call center worker in St. Ann on Friday. Charges 32-year-old Troy Walker of a St. Ann address. The deceased has been identified as 22-year-old Andre McDonald. Reports from the Brownstone police are that about 12:20 a.m., both men were at a function in their community when an argument developed between them. During the altercation, Walker allegedly used a pair of scissors to stab McDonald. McDonald left the function and later returned to Walker's home with a knife where he attacked him. A tussle ensued, citizens intervened, and the now deceased man was seen lying on his back in a pool of blood. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Walker was apprehended and subsequently charged on Friday after a question and answer session and an identification parade. Teenager allegedly punches cop in eye to stand trial. A St. Catherine teenager who allegedly punched a policeman and damaged his eye will stand trial in the St. Catherine Parish Court on October 13. Charged with assault occasioning bodily harm is 18-year-old Tiana Edwards of York Street, Linstead, St. Catherine. The court heard yesterday that mediation failed, after which Senior Parish Court Judge Desiree Lane ruled that the matter be tried. Allegations are that at about 2 a.m. on August 4 last year, a team of police responded to a report of breaches of the Noise Abatement Act. The complainant was punched in the face by the irate teenager while he addressed the accused man's father at the illegal party, which was in progress. The tires of the service vehicle were also slashed, with the police team being rescued by reinforcement. Security guard charged after a gun found behind wall. A security guard was charged after a pistol was found behind a wall in Phase 1, Seaview Gardens in St. Andrew on Friday. Charged with unauthorized possession of a prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition is 25-year-old Ricardo Byfield, otherwise called Baba, of the community. Reports are that about 5:50 p.m., police were on patrol in the community when Byfield was seen sitting on a wall. Upon seeing the police, he reportedly removed an object from his waist and placed it behind the wall and was immediately accosted by the lawmen. The area was searched and one Browning 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 4 rounds was retrieved from behind the wall. Byfield was subsequently arrested and charged. Mad dog and girlfriend charged after a gun found in Kingston home. A couple has been charged following the seizure of a gun and several rounds of ammunition during an operation at their home on Klinkling Avenue, Kingston, on Thursday. Charged with unauthorized possession of ammunition are 22-year-old Stephen Brown, otherwise called Mad Dog, of Klinkling Avenue, and 29-year-old Janaya Francis of Williams Crescent in the parish. Reports are that the operation, that commenced about 4 a.m., resulted in the seizure of one pistol, 56 9mm cartridges at another premises, and 4 5.56 cartridges inside a room occupied by the couple. 3 people, including Brown and Francis, were taken into custody. Investigation continues into the seizure of the weapon and additional ammunition. The third person, a man, remains in custody. DPP responds to damning letter, says senior prosecutor resentful. In a swift response to the damning letter written by Senior Deputy Director of Public Prosecutions, Catherine Pike, DPP Paul Llewellyn says the Office of the Services Commission will be invited to conduct a full investigation into what she terms the unprofessional conduct of Pike. Llewellyn indicated that Pike has been holding some resentment to not being asked to head a unit at the DPP's office despite working as a senior deputy director. In a 6-page letter, Llewellyn detailed how Pike has been the subject of complaints by staff at the DPP, members of the bench, and the Defense Counsel due to her conduct. Llewellyn also outlined how Pike attempted to get other Crown Counsel to have their signature to the letter she sent to Prime Minister Andrew Holness, calling for a postponement of the process to extend the DPP's tenure. These attempts seemingly failed, as Pike's letter contained only her signature. The DPP also noted that Pike had no authority to use the office's letterhead, describing the act as a clear breach of protocol, shocking insubordination, and abuse of office. Black River Hospital to be upgraded. Plans are in place to upgrade the Black River Hospital in St. Elizabeth from a Type C facility to a Type B. We're upgrading the entity to a Type B hospital, and we're now in the process of looking at securing the designs of new additional facilities and architectural work, which will then lead to the build-out, Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Christopher Tufton, said. He made the announcement at the official commissioning of a digital retrofit system at the facility on Friday. The move to a Type B facility will usher in a host of improvements for the hospital, with a focus on increased services and enhanced patient care. What a Type B means is that we had a greater number of services, such as lab services and more specialized offerings, all of which require the necessary space and infrastructure, Tufton explained. He added that a suitable space to accommodate the enhanced services has been identified at the back of the hospital. Tufton said the impending development marks a positive turning point for the institution and the community it serves. He pointed out that with Black River being the capital of the parish and with the population on the rise, access to improved healthcare services is of utmost importance for the town. We're going to make sure that it happens because you deserve it, he stated. In the meantime, Tufton lauded the Southern Regional Health Authority for the procurement of the $37 million digital retrofit system for the hospital. It is keeping with the transformation we are pursuing in public health. This system will be adding one additional piece of capacity to an institution that is well worth it because of the vital role that it plays in the parish, the minister said. There are several benefits to be derived from this system, including faster imaging acquisition, better workflow, superior image quality, less radiation exposure for patients, better monitoring of patient radiation dose, reduced operation costs, faster image distribution, and less storage needs. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.